We put this on because we felt it was important for people to have a place where they could hear once again the inspiring words of Dr. King.
I welcome you to the Ashland Gathering to celebrate the life, times, and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
This is the 14th annual Polar Plunge that's happening today here at the Rogue Valley Country Club. And we're raising money for Special Olympics athletes every February. This is our 14th one here in Southern Oregon.
When Russia invaded Ukraine, it became very important for everyone to take a stand. I think it's super important that people come together on a street corner like this and find that there are other people in our community that care and that want to make a stand strong and say that this is wrong.
Excuse me, is it all right if I ask you what your sign means?
Yeah, it's right there.
Be a hero.
Be a hero, stop Putin. Kind of a euphemism for kill the son of a
We are at Pride, the first Medford Pride ever. So stoked.
More or less, Pride is a celebration for folks that fit under the queer umbrella. Medford itself has never had a Pride before. This is the first one.
Really a super group of cars today, so we're just so glad that it's not raining.
This car has cars in it.
The headers come off the fenders like an AC Cobra. It runs forged three-piece aluminum wheels. With the horsepower that this generates, I had to build all the supports up front to keep the chassis from bending.
Today is Juneteenth. We're here to celebrate, we're here to educate, and we're here to try to hopefully continually make advancements towards having better and inclusive communities.
I haven't seen this many black people in one place in a long time since I moved from Atlanta.
We have the Ashland Chambers 4th of July celebration. We're so excited to be here with the community, celebrating this year. So many members of the community just coming out to be together, and I'm happy to be here.
This is about Roe v. Wade being overturned, and it's also about what's going to happen later on now that Roe v. Wade is being overturned with gay rights, trans rights, interracial marriage, things like that.
I knew it was coming, but when it happened, it was still unbelievable.
And we train and compete in air guns competitions across the West Coast and occasionally nationwide.
There you go.
Yep, I heard the little ping out there. You nailed it. I'm so glad we found some animals. This is the part of the fair I really wanted to get to, so I'm glad we found this.
We've raised cattle, quarter horses, and we raised some boar goats. My daughters raised boar goats. They show in 4-H.
And he's just a lovely cow.
So we kind of had to step up and make this cooling shelter happen. We know that heat kills more people in the United States every year than even cold weather does. With climate change, this is going to become a more frequent event.
Something's happening, okay, with either the sun or the earth. Like I said, I've been outside my whole life, and I can tell you in the last decade and a half, the sun is getting hotter. The intensity of the heat is worse.
What I'm doing right here, right now, is promoting peace and love, and this is how I do my fundraisers. Promote peace, love, and kindness. It's not enough in the world.
So this was originally your landscaping company vehicle?
Yeah, that's what it is. And I just keep fixing it. The motor went out, the transmission went out, but I just kept going fixing it.
What you're about to see is a step back in time to the 1860s here at Fort Klamath. Now, Fort Klamath was established at the height of the Civil War in 1863, so it is considered a Civil War era fort. We are an organization that studies the past. We like to bring it to people, and we're always looking forward to doing events like this.
We have our B-17 Sentimental Journey that we're going to be on tour today.
Oh, there's Table Rock. Trip, come over here. You can see our shadow down there. You can see Mount McLaughlin over there.
And this event is celebrating the resurrection of our town, which burnt to the ground, most of it, half of it, rising from the ashes like the name Phoenix itself, into becoming what I would consider now sort of a blooming rose.
You know, it's really just a 2-year check-in with the community to kind of give them an idea of some of the things that the city's been working on with their partners.
What we're doing is we're following the CE5 protocol to communicate to beings from other dimensions, other galaxies perhaps.
What I saw was a lighted object coming across the sky right before it got dark.
This is the 19th annual Valley of the Rogue Powwow.
We've got the dancers coming in, men's traditional grass,
and then the ladies, Fast and Fancy jingle.
So it sounds like a real party then.
Oh yes, it is, yeah. It's a powwow.
My great-grandfather was Michael Hanley here on the ranch. My father was born here in the house. It's a pretty important part of our heritage is Jacksonville and the Hanley farm.
It's about fighting for reproductive justice and knowing that women and uterus owners deserve to be heard, deserve their stories to be listened to, and deserve change to happen.
Row, row, row your boat down the rocky stream. Mildly, merrily, surely, and carefully we'll rebuild the dream.
Southern Oregon pride, baby.
It's all about everybody coming together, being included, loving each other, however we are, our authentic selves. That's what it's about.
This is very different than what was here before.
Yeah. Yes, it is quite a bit different, and a lot of it's the same though as well, as you can see.
4 years ago, they contacted me. I designed it. This is a Ashland Japanese garden.
We are at the 14th annual Monster Dash, which is the fundraiser for Ashland Schools Foundation. It's just a fun event, not a super serious run, you know. We ask people to show up in costume and have a good time with it and just enjoy beautiful Lithia Park at this time of year. And
I am having a great time in a parade. Ashland has to have parades. We have to be able to walk down the middle of the street in order to feel like it's really Ashland.
This is the best Halloween ever.
We're at the Compass Hotel just to have our Blue Bash watch party. It was just important for all of us to find a space to gather as the results come in, to see what happens, to celebrate the victories that we get, and to also just be in solidarity with each other when we discover races that we don't win.
We're here at the annual railroad show for the Rogue Valley. We're here to educate about trains, get people interested in trains. We're here to bring people together about trains. People want to show off their trains that they have at home, and really we just want to raise awareness about the local history of trains in the valley and also railroading as a hobby.
This is incredible. I'm so in awe of the scale and the level of detail that you're able to achieve, just like all these creative little workarounds for things that you got to do.
Well,
it's amazing.
You get very used to things like this.
Yeah.
And when your wife says, "Where are my pointed little tweezers?" you go, "Oops, they're in my toolbox." So.